Hey everyone, we're going back to Japan into the western region and Kobe, Japan. And we're going to go to the Takenaka Carpentry Tool Museum. Now this is really an amazing place, and right when you walk in the entry you see the beautiful woodworking and the precision of Japanese craftsmanship. You walk in the front door and these fantastic slabs of cypress, beautiful tables, and we're going to see some amazing tools and the whole history basically of woodworking. So it starts off in the very beginning they were using stones for the actual chiseling implements, and then it migrated and progressed to steel, and they got a much better result. You can see here with the stone tools it was very difficult and more of a crude cut, but then as the steel came along, much smoother cut. They were able to do a lot better, more precision work with the adze right there, and then the planing. And then they developed this pole saw system. A lot of these ideas came from China, because a lot of Japan's ideas came from China, and they adopted them, and if the Japanese do so well, they improve everything. But they had fabulous displays of how homes were built 300-400 years ago and the joinery that they used to do it. And the interesting thing is, the intricacy and detail of the woodworking improved as they improved the specialized tools to do the work. So as they developed more and more kinds of tools, the quality and skill also progressed as well. Now you can see the woodworking was just fantastic. One of the most interesting things that I learned there was that sharpening the tool was the most important thing, because if the tool was sharp, then that allowed the craftsman to work at its full potential, and it also allowed the tool to work at its full potential. So they would sharpen their tools to a mirror finish, literally it would reflect in your eye. It was pretty incredible, and you can see obviously they were very, very sharp to be able to get this high level of joinery accomplished, and it was just incredible. They had a great display. I pulled apart all these joints and looked at them. You know, I'm a high-level craftsman, and I look at some of these and I go, I don't even have a clue how they did this. This is just over the top. Very complicated, very sophisticated, and very beautiful. These planes particularly, they were shaped to do all different kinds of radius, both interior, exterior, all different kinds of planes and adzes and saws, and they showed the whole development of the pull saw. I thought it was also very interesting that most saws are pull as opposed to push. Now this display is a display of over 170 different tools that were commonly used to build a home. So they're basically saying in order to build a home 200-300 years ago, that's how many tools it took. 170 tools, and look at the hammers. I love Japanese hammers. Now this is a display of Chinese tools and now European. So they had a full history of woodworking. This is a German barn that was erected, and the quality craftsmanship that the Germans and the Europeans displayed, as well as the Chinese. And this is really fascinating. Look how the handle was shaped with a bow to the outside so they could get in and make these in cuts. But then the cool thing is they have a little wood shop down there where students and people in the community can come and learn how to work with wood. And I stepped in there and got to use some of the pull planes, not push planes, because we're used to pushing in the US, but a lot of their planes are pull planes. And I think that's fabulous. I think it's a great concept. And as the master there showed me, you want to pull on it just like you're pulling a rope. So it's very important to position your feet correctly and your body correctly, and you get these beautiful shavings off of it. And the cool thing is some of the shavings have small holes in them and big holes, and he explains that here. And that's actually how the water absorbs, or how the tree absorbs the water. And the bigger the holes, the more water the wood could absorb, and he explains that. And then I went over and took a look at some of the projects some of the ladies were building, and they're quite beautiful. These little benches, and they were cutting off the ends with a flush cut saw and then taking a block plane. Now the interesting thing is the craftsman there put water on the end grain, and that softens the wood, so when you plane it, it planes even easier. But it was a fantastic museum. It was a great day, beautiful, and look at how perfect this wood is. Look how thin it is, only in Japan. And as I walked outside, I saw this man picking leaves out of the bushes with a pair of tongs. The precision of Japanese thinking is overwhelming, and it's everywhere. And this time it was in Kobe, Japan, at the Woodworking Tool Carpentry Museum. You will absolutely love it. If you're ever in Japan in this region, make sure you check it out.